Everybody, welcome back to the Nug Life Radio Show, a higher level of education at 760-798-3127. We are an education for the cannabis counterculture community. If you're just tuning in, I am your host, Medicinal Mike, cannabis comedian, entrepreneur for things that don't pay. Like, I'm a real good entrepreneur for things that don't pay. And we're here with the superstar, the chronosaur, Hopper 448, if you know him from Twitter, the Hopper. The Hopper.
Twitter.
I like that. And very happy we have him in studio. Let's get him on early. One of my best buddies, the Jon Allen. He's with Fans United Wrestling. Also does a lot of the Nug Life projects.
Howdy do. Welcome to me. Well, I was going to say welcome to be
me?
back. I meant to say great to be back. Thanks for having me.
He said welcome.
I'm out of practice.
He commanded us to welcome him.
Yeah.
Welcome.
How are you?
Today's topic is, if you have a friend like you who doesn't smoke weed, can you still remain friends? Like, especially like a new friend you meet, you have everything in common with them, but they don't smoke. Do you still want to be their friend?
What ends up happening is, beyond that, you get sucked into all their various cannabis-related projects. So that's been my experience so far.
What now? You're from the opposite angle. As somebody who doesn't regularly smoke or doesn't smoke at all,
right.
Do you have friends besides me? Let's say, because we're forced. Do you have friends that you just hang out with that are just big potheads? Besides me,
we hang
out.
It depends on like how you want to label them. I obviously, being a comedian, I have many friends who partake. Some who exhibit qualities that you'd find very apparent that they medicate, some that you'd actually be very surprised to find out that they do. So it kind of runs the whole gauntlet.
Are you shocked? Do you want to ditch them as soon as I'm not going to hang out with them
No, not
anymore?
at this point. I mean, honestly, like with growing
back in
up,
the day.
Yeah, growing up in such a, how to put it, not super strict household, but the kind that, obviously
White.
Sure. Let's go with that. Maybe back in the day, I'd have more preconceived judgments, but being a little bit more educated as I am these days about I possess what's called a brain, so I'm very aware of the myriad of health benefits from it. So it's not quite the same outlook I had as when I was like 12.
So we're winning you over.
Yeah, so he's not anti at all.
Right. He's in the between. He's a pro for whatever.
Are you currently on hiatus, or just you never smoke?
It's I realize that I'm weird enough as it is.
But you smoked before, correct?
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, okay.
Depends on whether this is still live, right? 760-798-3127. Hey. That was the wrong button. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Say that one more time.
Michael, what are you doing?
Hello, who is this?
It's Amy Fisher, my dear. How are you?
Amy Fisher. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today, sweetie?
I'm doing just fine. Shall I to see you this weekend?
Yay, the Emerald Cup. If you're in town, Santa Rosa, get your butt out there.
We're making up for my birthday party I missed. You know that, right?
We're making up for missed birthday, for everybody's missed birthday,
Everyone.
Hey, I didn't get to make it to Sac to be with you guys. Come on now. And that was on my birthday, damn it.
And Amy goes out, and no joke, she wears this whole one-piece body suit to raise for breast cancer awareness, but her boobs are hanging out of the front of the suit.
And these are real
boobs.
They're not like prosthetics.
Awesome.
No, they're real. You have real boobs. They're not prosthetic boobs.
Come on now. I've made front page at least 6 times. Made front page 6 times in the last 2-3 years.
I'm not hating at all. Anything that gains. I dress up.
I like the idea.
Yes.
I dress up like a giant green clown with a big golden top hat. So
I got my
Everyone loves boobies.
yeah, there's no hate coming from here. I think. Yeah, I walk around with a green skunk and a lion with a weed thing going around his neck. So there's no. It's all love here. I wear a road flare if it gains a vote.
Oh, I know it. And I can't wait to see you guys. I just talked to Pony Boy like 5 minutes ago, dude. So he's set, dude.
Awesome.
We're ready to bring the party.
All right, we're going to be partying with Amy Fisher at the Emerald Cup. Amy, thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm so seeing you, Mikey.
I love you. I'm pregnant with your child. We'll talk about it later.
Wait a minute, dude.
That's Amy Fisher. Thanks, Amy.
Yes.
Amy Fisher and her driving partner.
Exposing herself to expose a cause.
Sometimes people just call in and they're like, "Hey, hey, Mike, remember we just talked like 10 minutes ago
Yeah.
on the phone? I'm like, yeah, Mom, but
They use this to call you because you're just like, hey, you call screen me, so I'm calling into the radio. Do I need to pick up eggs, or are we good on eggs?
you can't answer. I won't answer. 760-798-3127. A higher level of education for the cannabis counterculture community. Jon Allen, Fans
Hi.
United Wrestling.
Hi.
Or FU Wrestling. Is that like a clever pun there?
It is. Yes. Yes, it is.
What does that stand for?
Fans United Wrestling.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, you got it.
And John is also, I want to play with this a lot. John's also a voiceover superstar.
Thank you.
If you played PlayStation 3 games, Pain, Warhammer, you hear John going, and doing
Yeah.
that was awesome, right?
That
The way
was
he does it.
great,
You could
yeah.
tell that wasn't me. Like, that was a professional.
Right.
What is,
It's all in the wrist.
when you did PlayStation 3's Pain?
I was Jarvis. I was there's various versions of him, but I was Jarvis, Smooth Jarvis, Axe Jarvis, Hate Squatter on Pain. I was Hero the Pro Bowler, Jarvis again, and Mike the Strike Diaz on High Velocity Bowling, as well as a number of other video games.
I feel like I played the High Velocity Bowling. I feel
maybe.
cheated. When I pay for a
Maybe.
game that John's been in, I'm extremely cheated because I shouldn't have to pay for it. You think if the guy who's in the game...
You played it high.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that goes
spent
without.
on PlayStation 3, so if you're back in the 90s or whenever they made those, you take this guy, Jarvis, and he would...
Yes, they had PlayStation 3 in the 90s.
They did. I think in one of the 90s. It may be, I don't know. Who knows?
It's
It all
fine.
blends together
Sorry,
one big
sorry.
day. So if you play, you would launch this character in, but they also had like Andy Dick, Elvira, all these characters that you
Flavor
could...
Flav.
Yeah, and you just launch them into buildings. Like, that's all
Yeah.
you do is launch them into buildings. I spent like $65 downloading different characters that John speaks at. Look, there's Fat Jon Allen. Oh, I got to have that. That's
Yeah.
$1.99.
So it's like if you ever played Angry Birds and it's like, hey, why didn't they do this with people? They did. So
Right
that
on.
was our game, and it was the most selling title on the PlayStation Network. So
Nice.
which is pretty
PlayStation
cool.
3 network.
Yeah.
I play PlayStation 4, Hopper.
Okay.
Hey,
saying.
what about Sony? What's going on with that?
They still exist.
Yeah, I know. Kim Jong Un hasn't took them out yet.
No,
They just
yeah.
got hacked.
Oh, did they?
Super
Yeah.
hacked.
Oh yeah.
From I think it's from Anonymous. It was same. It's got to be the same guy.
It was something. It was a group.
Oh, is
yeah.
Anonymous going after him now?
Or North Korea.
North Korea
Goodness.
hacked it.
But they could be blaming anybody.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
What they did is they gave all the movie Annie got put out there early in Fury, so it's crystal clear if you're a bootlegger.
Well,
Yeah.
And all
they
the
hacked
social security numbers,
Social security numbers from
paychecks.
employees.
they've had problems with that. I do remember a massive hacking of the PlayStation Network years ago. I think you might have even suffered from that, where somebody was able to get on and get people's credit card numbers.
Yeah, you could. Well, my credit card wasn't taken, but I couldn't play DC Universe for like 2.5 weeks.
Which for you is a fate worse than death.
Right, exactly. So we do have a great show. We're going to have John on to talk about Fans United Wrestling and the Cannabis Belt. We're going to have Spaceman from the Wu-Tang. John's just going to sit in with us and
Thank
hang
you.
out.
Thanks for having me.
He's got to do a voice every segment, though.
Okay.
Do better Butters. Tell everybody that we're going to be right back after these messages and all our plugs, but do it as Butters.
Oh gosh, Eric, sure hope people tune in to Nightlife Radio on KNSJ. Oh, hamburgers. Oh, there's gotta be a Wu-Tang guy. Oh, that'll be fun.
We'll be right back.